Good morning, everyone. As you can see, I am leaving the train station here on 9th Avenue. We also got a train right across from us going back in the other direction. So as you already know on the title of the video, we are going to be doing New Utrecht Avenue. And right now we are on 9th Avenue. We're going to make our way down to New Utrecht Avenue. All right, we are out of the train station. The last time we did a walk on New Utrecht Avenue, it was at night. It was last year. I did that black and white format, if you guys remember, walking at night. I figured it's a nice day. Guess we'll walk during the daytime. So we're gonna make our way down to the train tracks. This is 39th Street we're crossing right now. Now Utrecht Avenue doesn't start until right now. So that's where it is. We are on the Utrecht Avenue right now. If you're wondering where we're walking, we got out of a train station. I think it's called, like, I can't even remember the name. Hefferman or Refferman Square or something like that. It's just like a one block little thing. But we are on Utrecht Avenue now, so this is where it starts, and we're gonna basically make our way under the train track. So right now it's nice and quiet. I could expect, once we get onto the train tracks and we go through the busy areas of New Utrecht Avenue, we are gonna hit some noise for sure when the trains go over. You can see a train going down into 9th Avenue now. You see over there, right? So you see a train there, and then you'll see it right here. Wait here for a second. There it is. Just snaking around. So the temperature right now is 60 degrees. It is a nice day. It is feeling more and more like spring. It is. We are a couple of days away from the official start of spring. So I guess we can say that it's spring, right? I think we can get away with that now. We're not, it's not the winter anymore. looking at the long range weather forecast, doesn't look like we're going to get any freak snowstorms or any freak 20 or 30 degree weather. This right here is 10th Avenue that we are crossing. So I picked New Utrecht Avenue because the last couple of times we have, I've done a live stream, we've mentioned French Connection, and I already spoke about it on the last time we did the New Utrecht Avenue walk, and actually took everyone over to the train station where the scene happens, where he has the shootout on the train stairs. So we'll stop there again, so you guys can look at it and compare to what it looks like in the movie scene. It looks, I mean, obviously it's more modern, but there's still some very recognizable features of the building that's right outside the train station, and also the train station really looks the same, obviously. We'll be making a slight turn to the south here. Once we get across Fort Hamilton Parkway, I may cross over. I think, as a matter of fact, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cross over. Because this is really the last time we'll have a nice, calm traffic flow to get across. So we're going to take this all the way down, basically to 86th Street. Right now we are crossing 44th Street. And New Utrecht Avenue cuts across Brooklyn on a diagonal, so it cuts through streets and avenues. Right here we are crossing Fort Hamilton Parkway, so there'll be times where we have to cross these big roads. You definitely don't want to play Frogger with traffic on Fort Hamilton Parkway. So you can see the noise level just really picked up as soon as we got across Fort Hamilton Parkway. The other thing I didn't mention is the neighborhood lines. So we started in Sunset Park, And right now we've just crossed into Borough Park. And then when we cross over like the 60s, we'll be in Bensonhurst. Around the 60th Street, the 60th Street area. 60th or 65th Street, whatever, which one. I know a lot of people tend to think that it's 60th Street. Some people say 65th, but it really doesn't matter. Those are the three neighborhoods we're in today. Sunset Park was short-lived. Borough Park is a big part of it, this walk. So we're going to be cutting through 12th and 13th Avenue. We'll also hear some train horns. There's some workers on the tracks going all the way down to 62nd Street. So we'll be hearing train horns. You can see this guy right up here. We'll stay and watch this. See, he's safe. He's on the passageway for the train workers. But you see the trains will run on a reduced speed. As they pass the workers. See another worker right there. Now, if they, if the workers put out yellow flags, that's basically what they do. All right, they'll put out yellow flags at a point on the track, and that's where the train knows, the train operator knows that there's workers on the track. They'll reduce the speed, they'll blow their horns, and if they do see a worker, usually a worker will acknowledge them and blow 2 quick horns. So that's how that usually works. This used to be Gene & Sons back in the day, if anybody's old enough to remember. We used to come here and get, you could get everything. You could get, well, I'm trying to talk and this guy's drilling. But you get everything from G.I. Joe to Transformers. This is where I bought my Voltron, if anybody remembers Voltron. These days it's called Amazing Savings. It's sort of like a same type of store in a sense. I don't know if they sell toys, but I know back in the day Gene & Sons had everything from toys to pretty much everything they're selling in there now. This is the 50th Street train station. We're going to be passing pretty much most of the train stations on the D Line. We got off at 9th Avenue. We passed Fort Hamilton. This right here is 50th. And then you got 55th, 62nd, 71st, 79th, 18th Avenue is where we're going to end it. I'm actually going to take this. We'll walk through this nice little tent. I think we walked through this the last time I walked through here. Clothing. Get back on the other side here. See what's going on over here. So that was what I was talking about. Those are the two long ones to let the workers know that the train is moving, and then there'll be two short ones if the worker acknowledges the train. There you go. See? So that means they got acknowledgement from the workers that they see them. You can see the shadow of the train creeping along over there. Now, just to clarify, you know, the two shorts, the two short horns you hear on a train, you know, if the worker could stop the train. So you'll hear the two long horns on a train, and then the train will creep up, and if the track worker has a red flag, the train has to stop at the red flag, just like a red signal, and then the tracker will, the flag will go away, and then the worker will give the signal that it's safe to passage, and that's really what the two horns are, to acknowledge that he knows that he can pass. We're hitting 12th Avenue. Oh, no, my bad. We already passed 13th. Wait, did we? No, we didn't. This is 13th. We passed 12th Avenue, and now we're hitting 13th Avenue. Now this is probably one of the most busiest intersections along this route. Now, when you come down here, it always smells like, because there's so many bakeries and delis, it just smells like toast. Like just a permanent smell of toast down here. Bread toasting in the oven. So like right now, I just got hit with another whiff of toast right here. There's just a lot of toast burning over here. Flaming Grill, so you know they're definitely making some egg sandwiches. Alright, so we just passed the 55th Street train station. Next train station is 62nd Street. That is the train station I was talking about in the French Connection. So we'll see that coming up in a little bit. 6 more blocks. Get out of the sunlight. I don't want the sunlight going into the lens too much. So we are walking to the, well, we're walking the complete distance of Utrecht Avenue. We started at 9th Avenue. And we're going to be going all the way down to 86th Street. We just passed, I believe, 57th Street. I think we get back across the street, there's buildings blocking out the sun again, so we'll get back over there. Elegant Linen. That's where you go to make your bedroom look elegant. We're going to hear another horn in a second. You can see the yellow flags up there. I'll show you guys the yellow flags when we get over to it. You can see the yellow flags right up there. Kinda. It's hard to see because they're just sticking out of the passage planks. Alright, so here we are. Of course, everybody knows by now that sadly Gene Hackman recently passed away, and we just happened to be stopping at a spot of a very famous movie scene in French Connection. Now, years later, they dubbed it out, but if you really listen carefully, the original dubbing of the movie, you gotta listen really carefully. You might be able to find it on YouTube. I actually have the collector's Director's Cut Collector's Edition DVD from years ago, and so you could hear it in that one. But when Gene Hackman shoots the guy here on the stairs, you can hear people cheering. It's the people that were watching the movie being filmed, and they didn't dub it out, so it's kind of strange because you see a guy get shot and killed, and then you hear people cheering in the background. As you can see, it still looks the same mostly. It's obviously more modern. The one thing that really stands out, obviously, is the stairs are different. But you see, everything is pretty much in place. You got the door here with the window with the bars. So there you go. There you go. Now this over here is the 62nd Street train station, where you can also merge with the N train. You can take a transfer on the N train. This right here, this little overpass, is actually passing over the Brooklyn Queens Railroad. As a matter of fact, I will get the camera. We'll see if we can get a view of the railway here. You can see it down there. Here, I'll point it through the thing so you can get it focused a bit here. You can see it. They want to turn that into a train line. They want to take that railway and they want to turn it into like a tri-borough shuttle train. If you've ever been on the M train and you take it to the last stop, that train line runs over there too. It eventually ends up down there. Runs right alongside the train yard over there, over by Metropolitan Avenue. All right, we are no longer in Borough Park. We are now in what you would consider the north edges of Bensonhurst. (65th Street), a street that we definitely walked down at some point a while back. This is a busy stretch of road. This will take you, if you just stay on this road, you see where that truck is going. If he goes all the way to the end, that'll take you over to McDonald's Avenue, over at the where the F line runs through. This will take you all the way down to McDonald's Avenue and Avenue P, and just a block away from Kings Highway. Gotta wait for this traffic light here. We only got about 20 blocks left of this walk, so I would say we're halfway through. Alright, here we go. I always almost get hit by these things. And he almost hit me. And I was out of his way, and he still came into my lane of walking. I almost got hit with the fork. If you guys have been watching my channel from the beginning, there have been times when I have walked in areas where you got those forklifts, and I always almost get hit by them. It just never... I never have any luck with those things. Got the U-Haul Center over here. It's right off of the corner of New Utrecht Avenue and 15th Avenue. This is 15th Avenue that we're crossing right now. Or at least I'm going to attempt to cross. I got to watch myself. This is a very wide space of road here. You got the car wash that has been here for many years. The car wash and the U-Haul Center have been here forever, so. Looks like you got a surveyor here. There's the car wash. You want to walk through, guys? To go and maybe do a tour of the car wash. Get all washed up, scrubbed up, come out clean on the other end. There's the other guy, the other surveyor guy, taking a measurement, leveling the level and all that stuff. And then you could see the target is, looks like the target is on the next corner here. You'll see it in a second. I was just going to say, and I almost sneezed, that's why I stopped. I was about to say, you could smell the cannoli place here, Cannoli Plus. And then I was about to sneeze, that's why I stopped. I was like, you could smell. I'm going to walk right by Cannoli Plus. My God, the smell, let me tell you, when you walk by this place, it just smells like a big cannoli. Here's the Target. Either a Target or it's just a tripod without the device on it. But we're gonna walk over there. So, funny story, if you regularly ride the D Line to New York City to go to work, whenever you pull into the 71st Street station, which this is right here, this is the front. Jesus. Oh man, that guy's making a lot of noise. Anyway, I was saying, this is the front of the station, so when you're on the front car and you pull in and they stop the train, like the train that's coming in right now, the doors open on the train and you can smell the cannolis. And you could also buy stuff to make cannolis too. It's not just buy cannolis, but you could buy cannoli rolls and all that stuff if you want to make your own. But it just smells like one big cannoli down here. Park here over on 71st Street, 72nd and 71st Street. Actually, 71st and 70th Street. We used to call this Satellite Park back in the day. I know it's been renamed over the years to commemorate a police officer. Sorry, I can't think of the name right now. As a matter of fact, I'll give you guys the name right here. Hold on. It's on the sign here. It's very hard to remember all the names of all these parks they give out. Lieutenant Joseph Petrosino Playground. So that is the name I was talking about. A lot of sun on this side. I'm going to get back to the other side. I've been doing a lot of zipping back and forth. I'm going to go in front of this guy because he's slowing down anyway because he has to stop for a light. There's a light right here, so it's not like he can go anywhere. That's why I went in front of him. So on this block, there is some memorable things for me that are still around. Well, the laundromat is still here. So my sister used to live in this area. So when I was staying with her before I went to the Navy, this is where I did my laundry. The grill is still here. The American Grill. Very popular place in the neighborhood to grab some breakfast, lunch, and even dinner. And then there's Mr. Phil's. I've been going to Mr. Phil's for a long time. I come here every once in a while still. Still looks the same inside. Let's see if Phil is in there. I can't tell. I see a reflection. I've known Phil a long time. Oh, car's beeping, means I'm in the way. This is 16th Avenue that we're passing right now, this big roadway. We're getting close to the end. The next train stop we will be passing is the 79th Street train station and New Utrecht High School. Another thing that was mentioned recently in a live stream was Welcome Back Kotter TV show. The intro scene of Welcome Back Kotter is actually this area, driving underneath the L past New Utrecht High School. So yeah, there's your homework. You go type into your YouTube search Welcome Back Kotter intro and you'll see what I'm talking about. But we're going to be passing New Utrecht High School over by 17th Avenue, and then we are going to end up wrapping up on 18th Avenue. There is a cop car over here on Bay Ridge Parkway. I wonder what's going on. I'm going to cross over. Let's see. Well, when he passes the cop car, he's going to realize why he shouldn't be beeping the horn and why the traffic is slow over here. So here we go. This is Pastosa ravioli. It's a place I like to come and pick up some sauce product. Oh, look at this. Look, we got a moped or a motorcycle all on the floor. There's always something going on in New York City. Before we get over there, I'll give you guys a look at Pastosa. And here you go. Here you go, guys. So we got to see some little idle action with the NYPD. Looks like something happened with that moped. Maybe it's stolen and he was trying to get away. Maybe he hit somebody and ran. (77th Street). Got about 9 more blocks to go. We are walking right underneath the 79th Street train station. Right about to cross 17th Avenue over by New Utrecht High School. I can feel that sea breeze coming in as we get closer to 86th Street, as the ocean is not that far from 86th Street. You got about 3 or 4 blocks to hit the coast from that point. So you just get that cool sea breeze that comes in down here. Much cooler. Like, it's 60 degrees out, but you know, when that breeze comes through, it feels like it's in the 50s. I'm gonna stay on this side. You get a view of New Utrecht High School from over here. This is the football field, the athletic field. There goes New Utrecht High School on the next block. It's on along 16th Avenue, the school. This right here is 17th Avenue. And this is it. The next avenue and the next train stop is 18th Avenue. And that'll run us right into 86th Street. I know somebody will say, hey, you should walk along 86th Street. Just check my channel. We've done it enough. And we'll do it again. I think the last time we walked on 86th Street was during Christmas. We walked along at night to go check out all of the Christmas lights that they sell over at the big flea market shops over there by 23rd Avenue. And if anybody's wondering, yes, they are still banging the drums on 25th Avenue for that homeless shelter. And now, as it turns out, this is an interesting story. Now they're trying to put that homeless shelter, they keep trying to put that homeless shelter somewhere. So they originally tried to get the homeless shelter where the old Enterprise car rental place was, over on Bath Avenue, over by Bay 29th. That's it. That fell through when there were protests there. And then currently at 25th Avenue, where the old Blockbuster used to be, and the medical office on 25th and 86th. And now they're trying to put it in Sheepshead Bay. So there's a big protest the other day in Sheepshead Bay. So So this right here is Bay 16th Street. This is the longest Bay Street in all of Bensonhurst and Bath Beach. It's the only Bay Street that runs north of 86th Street and continues until it ends right here on Utrecht Avenue. So it's the longest Bay Street. No other Bay Street in Bath Beach or Bensonhurst goes past 86th Street. Only Bay 16th. We are about to end the walk in a few moments. I want to thank everybody for coming on this walk. This is the lucky zone where you get to be lucky and meet Santa Claus. There goes J Mart to my left. The old wall bombs, or however you want to pronounce it. They say wall bombs, or wall bombs, or I don't know. You can get some live chickens in there. This is the Bath Beach Florist and Nursery over here. This is a big place where you can get a lot of greenery for your property, but also it's a big Christmas tree place. This is probably the other biggest Christmas tree place you're gonna find in this area when Christmas season comes around. You know, you got the Knights of Columbus is the one where everybody goes, but they do Christmas trees here. You can see some wreaths that they still have up there. Got the CVS. Back in the day, this used to be a diner. I can't remember the name of it though. I'm sure somebody's gonna throw it in the comment section if you know anybody that lives in the neighborhood as long as me. I just can't remember the name of it. It wasn't Vegas, by the way. Don't say it was Vegas Diner. We all know what the Vegas Diner was. I was in the Vegas Diner on the first day it opened as a kid in a blizzard. The first day that a Vegas Diner opens on a blizzard. And it was the April, I think it was like the April blizzard, the big, maybe it was 84, I can't remember, but I remember as a kid. Me and my father, you know, my father was a big photographer. And he would walk around with his camera in the snow like me and take pictures, and I went with him during the blizzard, and it had just started picking up the snow, and we had to stop to eat. We had made our way all the way out here in Bensonhurst. We wound up moving out here, I think like a year or two later after that. This is it. We're coming at the ends here. This is the back of the supermarket, which used to be a car wash. If you want to go further back, before the car wash, you had the gym and the bike store. Used to be a bike store there. And then this right here, this big building you see here, this used to be a parking lot. Like an abandoned parking lot. Another place where they used to sell Christmas trees, by the way. Take you guys across the street to end it on 86th Street over at the Miraglia Funeral Home. Alright, so that van has the moped in the back that we passed earlier. Remember the moped that looked like it was crashed on the ground? That's why the door is open. It's sticking out of the back. This is another scene of the French Connection. This is where Gene Hackman almost hits the lady with the baby carriage. Right here. That's how we end it. We end it with cop cars, mopeds sticking out of the back of vans, and talking about ladies with baby carriages almost getting hit in movies. I want to thank everybody for taking this walk. We have ended it. This is the end of New Utrecht Avenue. The rest of this is 86th Street here. I will catch you all on the next walk. Thanks for tagging along. And until next time, bye-bye.